this is where I was starting to like think like, okay, if I lose one more time, I'm going to lose 5,000 points. I really don't want to do that. So I will analyze fighting against Acumajor because I did fight him a little bit too. And he's a really good Bryan player. You know, you don't see Bryan often. You get hit by him once. But, you know, I'm noticing a pattern here. You get hit by him once, and you're like, well, I just got hit by all that. All right. So the way he plays, I felt like he dashed a lot. I felt like he dashed a lot and tried to like stay on my face. But he wasn't always doing something. That's like the thing. And I think a patient Bryan player is definitely scary. I was just glad to get that off. I've been trying to use down back one a bit more. I tried to make a whip punish read on his kick, but I think that was just my move was too slow to even try. He's not really going for anything too big, but you know me, obviously I did. I said I can risk that. I can risk a power crush. He's still trying to catch me stepping. I do feel like on the down forward 2-3 I could do 3-2, but I have to like, I don't know if the range is that good, but I'm gonna try. He's still trying to bait me with 3+4, and then I figured I was gonna get hit, but I was like, nah, if I sidestep enough, I'm fine. I think he's definitely a conditioner. Like the way he conditions, he'll like wait and get a read, because I'm down 2 rounds here. And I think he's the type of player who likes to have control. Like he's using low pokes, you know, really trying to make me like look for like a low and maybe press something so that he can get me with 3+4. He's all about the bait conditioning so that he can get those big reads with Bryan, because Bryan needs them. Bryan can poke, but I think sometimes he has to commit to like the corsical back 3. The corsical back 2 forward, like stuff like that, the forward 3, which I can step easily with Elisa. I can step so many options from her. He's trying to get me to duck, but I'm like, as Elisa versus Bryan, I feel like there's so many opportunities for me to sidestep forward 3, even sidestep corsical back 3, which I have a lot of the time in certain like matches against Bryan, but more like walking. And then I just came back, you know, with chainsaws and, you know, not pressing as much. He's still trying to bait me with 3+4. Now he's trying to use back one. He's trying to catch me in any way, stepping, so he can kind of play more of his game in front and close to me. Nice low parry. I'm glad that wasn't a wall. I'm trying to wait, you know, see what he's gonna do. Trying to get like in there a little bit, trying not to get taunt jet off, nothing like that. But I must have pressed right there. I'm trying to use jabs now and like, you know, small pokes to kill, just to kill. Nothing too unsafe. I think I used my rage drive a little too soon, but the new move saves the day. And see guys, you see how I lose that one hexagon? I lost that one hexagon. That was dangerous. That was dangerous. And so I really feel like with ranked, the hexagons really kind of like stay in your head. In my opinion, it stays in your head. Like every single game, you have to be thinking like, how am I gonna adapt this round? Because like you can't afford to just lose too many points. Yo, that was like kind of that was to condition me. You know, he hit me with 2 corsical back 3s, then he got me with the knee. But I guess he was a little late, which is good. Trying to get him to do something, so down back 1-1 is a good way to use it, like a backswing blow. Kind of, you know, push them away from you. I do think the way that he was poking was very effective. But I definitely feel like there were definitely some openings in his armor when I would do like certain mix-ups, especially with chainsaws and baiting him like with jabs and then doing like down back 1-1 or like pressing like 4 to stop him from like, you know, getting started. But because Elisa can step him so well, I'm able to kind of evade in certain like ways. I feel like sometimes you kind of have to play a little spontaneous against people who like to control like that, in my opinion. Also, I'm like, okay, just because I eat a quarter circle back 3 doesn't mean it's the end of the world. That's really how I feel about it. Yep, got a sidestep. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for that. Because like I said, at least I can step Bryan. She can step him really well. He was eating forward 2-1 a lot, which I was glad about. He caught me dashing, ducking. I feel like maybe I should have done a little more. I don't know, maybe if he pressed something right there. He might have, I'm not too sure. But because I was getting a lot of mileage off a chainsaw and like coming in with like certain moves for my stances, I felt like I had a bit more control that way. Like when I felt like he was trying to kill me with something like from Bryan that had a lot of damage, I kept on going for Power Crush. And you know, just because the Power Crush is 8 frames, I mean, am I used to using it as like a way to defend more? Yeah, but using it sparingly after I see like certain patterns has been very beneficial, like in situations like this. I really thought he was gonna get the wall. That was a really nice time. I was like, I was trying so hard to fight off the wall. I played Bryan, and I definitely learned a lot about how that works. Nice float. I was surprised he didn't break the wall. He ducked so hard right there. He had such a read on my down 3. Okay, let's see. I'm about to say, is he gonna get a combo right there? At 39 seconds, I should have probably poked a lot more earlier in the round to survive. I think my hop kick was my last Hail Mary there. I should have just poked a lot more and kept it a lot more solid, and chipped away at him to force him to do something, you know, sidestepping left after certain moves that he was doing. Hop kicking to capitalize. This is where I was starting to like think like, okay, if I lose one more time, I'm going to lose 5,000 points. I really don't want to do that. So I tried to think about the 2 games that I just played versus him and what I could do to kind of like keep it together. Because definitely the way he plays is like, you know, he's definitely there to debate you and condition you, but okay, I got the forward 2. The 2-1 punish. I should have done a lot more with that. Like, come on, cuz you don't have 3 rounds to play with. You only have 1. Like, I'm telling you, no matter how many times you get hit by a quarter circle back 3, all it takes is 1 for them to stop doing it. You don't have to always block them, but if you start noticing the pattern where they're doing it, if you like, I punished him once or twice for it, and I forgot on which game, but and he didn't really do it as much. And if you can eliminate that, or where the Bryan player is using it, like the quarter circle back 3, it really kind of helps you a lot in terms of dealing with Bryan's offense. He got the down forward 2-3. I just did the hop kick because he did the taunt. He did the taunt, okay? So I thought, like, you can't block from taunt. So I just thought, why not do a hop kick? But that was just my thought, though. He got the 1-2-1 counter hit. He probably knew I was going to swing the moment they said fight. I believed so hard in that hop kick. The thing, he started to duck a lot more. Once I started like just poking, is that see how I blocked that quarter circle back 3? And the moment he tried to do it again, because he kind of doesn't like, you know, he kind of does it all to he kind of does 1, then he'll kind of like wait a little bit and then do 1 again. On that last quarter circle back 3, I did magic 4 because I felt like he was gonna press something right there. That was a lot of hope. That was a lot of hope in them kicks, know what I'm saying? I started to get like more of a feel for the way he was playing. The moment I stopped kind of going for certain decisions and just kind of started poking him and kind of chipping away at him to kind of make him do stuff, to get like bigger decision, like to make bigger reads on him, like with the power crush and stuff like that. It made it a lot easier for me instead of kind of just like going for stuff right away or like whipping in certain spots. Like see, like right there when I kind of just waited instead of moved, he whiffed. I don't know if that was the safest thing for me to do, but sometimes I like to get creative. He the whole time he was really trying to bait me with 3+4. And I'm still trying to use down forward 2 like it's my B&B, which I don't know why. Because it's safe, right? I don't know. Like, I'm trying this new thing where I use down forward 2. That was a beautiful duck. I'm not sure what happens to him right here. Oh, a mistake happened right there. I could have died. I easily could have died. I started walking to the left a bit more. Yeah, like see how I got, like I sidestep hop kick. Started to get Arena's timing again. He was definitely getting a lot of mileage off of those critical back threes. Yeah, every time after he like gets a little bit of like, I think a little bit of frame advantage, he was going for like 3+4. Really trying to get me pressing. That was nice whip punish. Pushes me to the wall. I still feel like I used my rage drive too soon. I should not have done Magic 4 right there. Magic 4 was just not a good move. But I definitely was catching him like trying to counter hit me. Nice block. I think what he's assuming that I'm gonna, he's assuming I'm side walking. That's why he keeps on going for, that's why he keeps on going for that like down forward 4, because I've been doing side steps, not side walks. Now if it was a side walk, I would definitely have gotten bodied, but I step block instead, because I know I could definitely get hit by something, and I can't afford to against Bryan, depending on the situation. That was a nice side step by Acumajor. Bryan just hurt so bad. Well, I mean, I feel like at least he could still, you know, do something. I whipped so hard right there. You know, I'm thinking, oh yeah, you know, I got a couple hexagons, you know, I can still do it. Nice block, you know, I still survived with that block. That was a good down jab, it was like a call out. I still sometimes feel like throws are still a good way to deal with, you know, breaking up momentum, even if they break it. Especially if they don't break it. I think I was trying to get a feel for those critical back threes right there. I got a step. I should have done more with the step. Yeah, he's definitely trying to open me up, especially with 33 seconds left on the clock. That was a nice step by him. Let's see what decision I made. Oh no, I went for the hop kick again. Okay, I can explain. So pretty much like I thought he was probably just gonna do a taunt, dashing in on me. I felt like that's what he usually kind of goes for. Because he needed the damage. So I was like, let me hop kick. Let me wake up hop kick. Why not? Because I think he's probably gonna go for something, and I'm not gonna get killed for doing it because there's no wall near us. So if he tries to, so if I hop kick and he does wall rising down forward 2-1, I didn't feel like it was that risky to do. But yeah, I guess that was my thought process on that. That was definitely a hope kick. I ain't gonna front.